Good evening. I hope I find you well after a dullish day. It was a mist this morning, the mist that does be on the bog. And then normally the sun then comes out, but no, it didn't come out. It was a dull day, but there was no rain, but it wasn't a day that you'd like to be going anywhere. You know, that kind of way. Oh, sorry. Now, although Alexandria pleaded with Jesus to end these diabolical assaults, he explained that they were necessary in order to help save more souls. Jesus said to her, "My daughter, suffering is the key to heaven. I have endured so much to open heaven to all mankind, but for many it was in vain. They say, I want to enjoy life. I have come into the world only for enjoyment. They say hell does not exist. I have died for them, and they say they did not ask me to do so. They have formed heresies against me. In order to save them, I select certain souls and lay the cross on their shoulders. Happy the soul who understands the value of suffering. My cross is sweet if carried for love of me. I chose you from your mother's womb. I watched over you in your great difficulties. It was I who chose them for you, that I might have a victim to offer me much reparation. Lean on my sacred heart and find therein strength to suffer everything. Well, as I say, she had the injuries and she was bedridden, but the other thing was a little bit severe, I think. All in all, as in all things, Alexandra humbly accepted this particular trial, even though it distressed her greatly. On one occasion, Father Pinner asked her if she would rather undergo some other sort of suffering than have to face the diabolical attacks, to which she replied, No, Father, pray rather that I do the will of God in everything. Be the hobby. Poor Alexandrina, what a cross, bedridden, and then being attacked like that. That was a bit too much. I think, in some ways, God help her. But there you are, these things happen. God permits these things to happen to save souls. Yeah, but I think you want, as he said one time when he was on the earth, the harvest is big, but the labourers are few. Send labourers into the field, so that means vocation to the priesthood. And I think myself, every Catholic church or parish in the country should have at least one, if not two, deacons to they dress in clerical garb. They can't say mass, but they can do everything else that's required. And they can't hear confessions, but they can do a lot of other things. These are deacons that might be married, not deacons going on to be priests. Deacons that are married and but have a good Catholic practice their Catholic faith with, and their family also, because otherwise you'd have difficulties if you don't have if you're married and don't have a spouse that supports and is on the same wavelength. So that seems to be the thing, because they're talking about parish committees and all this type of stuff, and then they're talking about payment. So I mean, the fact is that they'd want to sort of go back to the drawing board for vocation to the priesthood. There was plenty of them in my time, but when they changed everything and did away with everything, and then it suffered, and you wonder, did they have an agenda or something? It's very peculiar when they took out the altar rails and did away with the rosary and benediction, the holy hour, and men's and women's sedataries and all the other things that they did. And the Latin Rite Mass for churches was packed. plenty of bookcases of priesthood. Suddenly that all dried up. So you feel that there was an agenda afoot to destroy the faith. They've succeeded. We're all elapsed Catholics whose souls in grave danger of eternal damnation. So I just mentioned this as I'm talking about Blessed Alexandrina from Portugal. Near Porto, we'll be visiting her shrine, please God, next year, God willing. So I'll be doing my hymns now after this. So sit down and take it handy and toss off the old cares of the day coming into the evening. Yeah. I know.